I always gotta fight the settings. Every time I go live. Every time. It just can't keep up with how fast I go here. Hold on a second, guys. Gotta plug in the camera. There we go. I'll bring this forward. Oh, too much. You guys on the playback, if you enjoy watching me try to set up my paint station, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm technologically inept. Tonight, we're going to be painting some more Term 28 stuff. I got the last of the black powder guys, and then we have some melee fodder dudes. And I have decided that I'm going to do these as British redcoats. Why? Because we need color. So for that, we're going to do them blood red. Yay, turnips. Hey, Summer. How you doing tonight? Ah. Okay, I got that there. I got this here for the coats because they are red coats. Oh, Lord. Neon red. I might be getting some fluorescent colors one of these days. The email that I sent over to Army Painter has, they sent me an email back that they've sent it on to their events team. So we'll see if me just firing off random emails makes anything happen. Be real cool if it did. So we're going to start off with a blood red. And my camera's not in the right spot. Crank it out. Crank out the camera. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Alright, so the tails of the jackets are going to be red, and a lot of them have just cuirasses on. I hope that YouTube didn't see that as a swear word, but we shall see. Okay, this brush might be far too big to do this with. But, first one, red's done. Alright, let's change brushes. To something more manageable. There we go. Need my 10,000 different brushes over here. Hey, it's Rainaholic. How you doing tonight? Once we get some more people in here, I am going to ask a very important question. Humans? No, these are turnips. Because I swore to myself that I will get a game in of Turnip 28 before the end of the year. It's just part of it. Oh, I got so excited setting up the live stream, I forgot to turn on the music. Oh, let's see if this thing even has any battery life to it. Ooh, 1%. Yeah, okay, that's not going to happen. No music tonight. I had radish brain. Yeah, pretty much. So we got a few people watching. I'm going to ask my question now. We'll discuss it as we go on. I have no idea which army I want to print next. Because the update is coming in September. I know I'm going to print an army, I just don't know which one. I'm going to try to pre-guess. Ooh. I'm not going to print dinosaurs, and there's a reason why I'm not allowed to tell you yet. Trust me, there will be dinosaurs involved. But with the updates coming in September, I don't know which one to go and do next, because I've pretty much reset the garage. The new dwarves yet? Well, it'll be Grimdark Future. Age of Fantasy, yes, we will. Trust me, I'm rolling just fine on Age of Fantasy stuff. Good evening, Stephen. Sexy winged mean ladies. Well, I have a lust demon army out in the garage. Okay, so here's the deal. When I had my tournament, the prizes for people showing up was I pretty much took everything off the walls of my garage and just handed them out as like door prizes. Everybody got at least one army and went home with it. So I still have quite a few left after I did all that. I'm like, oh no. So the question I think I want to ask is, with the updates coming in September, which is one of the first armies you want to see me cover? Scarecrow Horror Army. Well, I mean, That would Grimdark Future. That would be an Age of Fantasy army. I have quite a few of those. Space Goblins. Yes. Well, they're not released yet. I am waiting for those sweet OPR goblins. Acorns. Yeah, once OPR releases the goblins, definitely will be jumping all over that. We'll probably have those ready to go the week after the first release. So let's see, what do I still have out there? I have all the flavors of demons still out there. Wait, no, I don't have the change demons anymore. Okay, Robot Legions. We still got lots of Robot Legions out there. So I kept those back because we're doing the campaign with those. What? With the new rules. Okay, Robot Legions. They're on the list. I would love to have Rocketeer Deathcore Krieg. Love to, but... Well, I mean, technically they're... Well, I would be using the Human Defense Force stuff. Oh my god, I have so many Human Defense Force things out there. Jackals is another good one. Yeah. Josh, we are discussing which army I should do the overviews on with the September updates first. And so far, Robot Legion seems to have the vote right now. Oh, it's gone quiet. A Titan-only army. Short people. I still got the halflings out there. I think we'd be adding more to the halflings. because I got the files for Monstrous Encounters when he did his when he had his thing. So there was quite a few halflings in there. The ankle biters. So yeah, something I've noticed with you guys who play OPR is that no one wants to really look at the Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers seem to not get the love that everyone thought they were going to get. I don't know why. Oh, it's Hatchet Face time. Wow. Hatchet Face. He shall be an X-Red coat as well. What are the Battle Brothers? They are the one-page rules equivalent to Space Marines. Do the Carcharodon version of them. Well, I mean, I already have my remaining Carcharodons from 40k, so I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a thing. Like, so it's another one of those armies that like already got it. My printer, it hungers. All dread. It's like 4 models. Hey, Tabletop Date Night, how you doing? We're doing good over here. I am trying to figure out what should be the next army I print. Rebel Guerrillas. Oh, I can get the Ewoks out again. When I was putting together prize support for the tournament, I found buried at the bottom of everything all of the armies I started the channel with, like the battle droids and the Ewoks and the Fallout power armor. Slime army. I do have the files from I think it's Dragon Trappers for the Ooze King. They were on my list. They were on my wheel of bad decisions, but they just never came up. Them along with the Rise of the Pharmamancer files. Fallout Ewoks. That does sound like a cool crossover. It'd be Rebel Guerrillas versus Battle. I'd use the Battle Brothers for the power armor because they are just entirely power armor for my Fallout stuff. I made the Brotherhood of Steel, but I did the Miami expedition or the Florida expedition, so they're all rusted and covered in crap. They're not having a very good time in the irradiated swamps of Florida. I even had a whole campaign I was going to do with them, but it got real. After looking at the Fallout lore of what happened in the southern part of America, it got real not safe for YouTube real fast. Or heavy subjects that I didn't really know how to approach. Wait a minute. Peter Dinklage is the new Toxic Avenger? Like, for real? I mean, I guess, but I did not see that coming. Oh, are we still red? Nope, okay. Yeah, the new vampire book. I'm looking forward to that. I was so enthusiastic to just go buy it as soon as they did the preview for it. But they're like, coming soon. Like, oh, don't do that to me. Well, I mean, we're doing bigger areas with this. We can switch over to the bigger brush. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Peter Dinklage has got range, but isn't the Toxic Avenger like? I don't know. I wasn't that big into Toxic Avenger when I was a kid, but isn't he like 7 foot tall? They do look cool. It was out in 20. What was out in 2023? Hmm. So the Toxic Avenger came out in 2023. Shows you how much I pay attention to movies. Well, all right then. Yeah, ever since the pretty well. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ever since the second uh, Star Wars sequel movie, I've not been to the movies since. That just killed it entirely for me. Ever since I saw Princess Leia turn into Mary Poppins, I was done. which really hurt too because man, God, I was a Star Wars fan. CIS, yes, I have a whole army of CIS droids. Yeah, you're right. TA unrated. What's the TA unrated? Oh, Toxic Adventure. That's what we were just talking about. I'm sorry, I'm slow. It's been a day. Yeah, I think I left that movie and then I just went and sat in the car afterwards and I just had to come to terms with it. I was like, I don't think I'm a Star Wars fan anymore. And I had been a Star Wars fan for 30 years and just right there it was like I think I'm done. Yes, go paint. Rabble rabble. Well, so you see, that's the thing with the shows and stuff. Because the movie was so bad, I didn't even bother watching any of the shows. It was so bad. Anytime there was anything Star Wars that came on, like for a good 6 months after that, I was angry at it. Like, you killed it anyways, blah. And now it's just moved into total, total apathy. Like, meh. Hey, there's new Star Wars. Oh, okay. I won't watch it, but okay. I mean, they might be. I'm done. I don't know. It was a feeling like they killed it so completely in my mind that it was like I don't want to give them the opportunity to screw me on that again. Now, see, I watched the Rise of Skywalker. I dragged my wife to the Rise of Skywalker, and I was like grinning like a school kid at the end of that movie. She's like, "What? What did you like so much about it?" And I was trying to explain, and I was just like, "Yeah, yeah." Hey, Riverboat, we are painting some Turnip 28 melee fodder units because I promised myself I will play at least one game of Turnip 28 before the end of the year. And because this game is so goofy, I know I'll love it. I just have to get stuff on the board. But definitely will not be an end to the OPR content. And you know, honestly, Star Wars might be a reason why I started to fall out of love with Games Workshop too. Because I was big, I was a huge Games Workshop guy, would buy everything. But then I saw them kill Star. I saw Disney kill Star Wars, and then I started to see like the same kind of half-ass writing popping up in 40K, and I was like, oh no. And so I got out. I mean, things were starting to get really weird, and I got out of it, and I was like, okay, let me get out before I feel embarrassed that I'm still here. Okay, cool. Cool. Is there somebody has some rules like that out there somewhere? I know there's lots of like fan editions of older 40K. See, I never got into Star Trek. I just prefer space racists. I guess that's why I was a Star Wars and 40K guy. Get the hair off of there. Now, see, well, I like the originals. The next generation, I wouldn't oppose to having that on as background music. The OPR, that's the Tao Union, is the OPR version of the Tao. Deep Space Nine, I really like Deep Space Nine. Um, Voyager, I could not get into Voyager. I don't know. It's just that it hit at the wrong time for me. I was too busy trying to do other things. Okay. Yeah. See, I was kept. I say this like it's a bad thing. I was so busy between. Well, I mean, you could say like 1999 and 2005 that there's a lot of stuff, especially in nerd culture, that I just freaking missed. Like Doctor Who. I think I've watched maybe 3 episodes of Doctor Who in my life, but everyone swears by it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I never got into it. Sorry. I was busy, being a broke college kid who was playing football on a half a scholarship. Okay, what do I do next? Let's do some peachy flesh. Some of them are barefoot. And I think being barefoot in the turnip fields is a dumb idea, and that's why they're going to be barefoot. Yeah, like I watched the Doctor Who I watched had David Tennant in it, and I didn't care much for him as Doctor Who. But the funny thing is, I've watched him in other stuff, and he's a great actor. I just could not get into him as Doctor Who. Like, what was the thing that just did Good Omens? I watched both seasons of that and thought it was great. And you know what's funny too is I started watching, well, years ago when it came out, Orange is the New Black, and I did not realize that was Janeway playing the old Russian woman. Farscape. Farscape was my jam. That came out at the perfect time. I've rewatched that a few times. Well, I know there's a YouTube channel that just plays Farscape 24 hours a day, all the way through multiple times. I don't know if it's still on, but they used to like a year ago, and I would just pop in there and watch a few episodes, just be like, yeah, I like this. Dude, with Farscape, I even went as far as I got the comic book continuation stories, like the four of them that they had. Oh, okay. And I don't know why I've been on like a early 2000s horror movie kick lately, like horror action movies. Yeah, like I watch all the Underworld movies again, all the ones I could find. I think the latest one I couldn't find a copy of it. Stargate was good too. Stargate was good. I watched SG1. Um, didn't make it all the way through Atlantis, and then the last Stargate series I didn't even start that one. Battlestar Galactica. I never got into Battlestar Galactica. Well, I won't say that. I was in the first season, the reboot they did when they had all the space fighting. But then once they moved away from that, I was a CGI. I liked the space lasers and things blowing up. So once they got away from that, I kind of stopped watching that one. But let's see, Babylon 5. I watched all Babylon 5 a few times just because that show is amazing. And then I got really big into The Expanse when that came out. I watched all those seasons. Well, I think in the last stream I said I wanted to make a replicant army from Stargate. I just couldn't find any models that wouldn't fall apart under their own weight once I scaled them down. But I got Stargate models, STLs. Ooh. Tie of that guy. Yeah, I wish I had time to read anymore. But, you know, work, YouTube, trying to be a dad. getting cutting into my nerd time, damn it. I haven't had to deliver any babies in a while. Yeah, I remember back in the day. I don't even know if they do this anymore, but I used to go to Walmart and buy like the really B movie sci-fi movies and turn them on my computer while I sat in front of it and painted stuff. Let me tell you, some of those movies were so bad. I loved them. Like when a movie's so bad, it's good. Especially when it's like half trying to take itself seriously. I love those. I used to be able to go in there and get like a DVD pack, be like 45 movies for $5. Yeah, like Mystery Science Theater, except I didn't have the MST3K guys on it. I just watched the shit movie. And that would give me lots of ideas for like RPG campaigns or characters and stuff. Oh yeah, my son's got he's got like Godzilla Funko Pops and stuff up there. He loves it. His uncle gets to show him all those because I just don't have the time to sit down and watch Godzilla movies with him. It sucks because during the week I only get to see my son like 2 hours a day. Because like I get home from work, we have dinner, and then an hour and a half later he goes to bed. So it's like, meh. Oh, I'll show you more stuff when you're older and you can stay up a little later. Oh, we're not at that age yet. I get him the stuff that's made out of vinyl and not quite breakable yet. That's right. Teach them young the difference between dragons and wyverns. That's the thing. I never got into Godzilla when I was a kid because I come from a very normie household. But by God, I could rattle off the names of dinosaurs. Yeah. Stop it, Steven. Stop reminding us that we're all getting old. Ooh. Oh, that sucks. I caught a case of the tennis elbow. And then I was told you need to rest it. I'm like, I am resting. I'm painting. Yeah. And whenever I go to sleep at night, I have to tape up this finger because I have trigger finger on that one as well. It'll get locked up in the middle of the night. It'll wake me up. No, I don't play tennis. Tennis elbow is just what it's called. I overstretched my tendons trying to throw a recliner couch into a dumpster. Hold on a second. Recliner elbow, yes. Do I want to do metals yet? No, I don't want to do metals yet. Let's do leathers. I mean, you could absolutely put a Christopher Lee model in there already. He would fit perfectly. He's got one boot. So yes, back to OPR. The September update is coming. I'm looking forward to see what changes. Like there's got to be a lot of changes. It's supposed to be wood, but we'll pretend that's wood. There you go. Yeah. One thing I'd really like to see probably isn't going to happen, but I'd like to see a stealth edit of all the armies to like reduce the point values on everything by 10%, just so we can sneak more stuff onto the table. Oh no. Okay, he's good. Just display twice. Yeah, I mean that you could do that. I don't know. I always enjoy seeing the belly aching every time there's a rules change in OPR. Just I like to go on, like I'm part of the OPR Discord, like you should all be, but I just like to sit there quietly and watch people overreact to everything. What's up? Watch them overreact over the free rules and the free update they got for their free army builder. It's like, guys, it's not that big a deal. Put some splotching in there. Here we go. That's why secretly I hope some of the changes are just radical. Yeah, Gaetano, he's taking his time with this. So in my mind, that means that it will be pretty good when it comes out. Listen, nothing he does can ever beat some of the updates that we had from GW. Some of the stuff they pulled where I was like, fine, this army's gonna sit in the closet until next edition. Right. Right. He's definitely taking his time and he's doing it. He's doing what he thinks is right with it, and it's his baby, so he's not going to let it go absolutely pear shaped. There should be a beta coming out pretty soon. Did I skip his boots? Yes, I skipped his one boot. I still think he should have left the assault rule in the basic rules. It's just turnip shaped. Yes. Yeah, assault was a fun rule. It's still in the advanced rules, so you could still use it if you use advanced rules. But I mean, I feel like most people don't. Yeah, the assault rule, where it used to be you could shoot at somebody before you got into melee with them, which made what people call the pistol tax feel not as bad, even though it doesn't really feel that bad to me. It's just part of it. Yeah, that's what it was. It was -1 to hit on both. So units like, Battle Brothers love that rule. And then units that were like quality 6 to start with, they love the rule too because you can't get any worse than a 6. And why? What was that? Why can't a unit strike first when being charged in the front? Well, it depends on the weapons you're carrying. If you're carrying spears, yes. If you have the counter rule, yes. Bullshit space. Bullshit Wolf Brothers. So I used it with my orcs. And honestly, it didn't make that much of a difference to the outcome of what was probably going to happen, anyways. Right, well, unless you both have spears. In that case, you kind of cancel each other out. I think I covered when I used the assault rules of my orcs in a video. I know I put it up. So it might have just been the OPR Discord where I talked about it. Where my boss fired his gun before he charged in. That would be a cool rule to have. I think it would go better in Age of Fantasy than Grimdark Future if you had, like, you could set up before a charge, or you could take snapshots at somebody as they're charging at you. Because the way it is now, if like a archer unit gets charged by anything, they're pretty much going to die immediately. If they could get off one more shot on the way in, I think that would be fine. Hey, Kelvin. Welcome to the stream. Greetings down there in Puerto Rico. Was it the complete wrong color? Okay. What color are my post-apocalyptic turnip cultists supposed to be? Post-apocalyptic Napoleonic turnip cultists. Pink, obviously. Why do I ever ask you guys what color? You're going to say pink every time. Okay, did I get hatchet head? Yes, I think I got a hatchet. Yes, I got a hatchet head. Okay. The ruby red boots. The color for the weapons metal. Oh no, 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 no. They're gonna be rusted to hell. Like where's my other ones? Where'd I put those? There they are. So like these, nice and rusted. Yeah. These are for Turnip 28. Because I keep saying this. I keep promising myself that I'm going to play a game with Turnip 28 before next year. Unfortunately, I'm very good at lying to myself. All right. Good. Good, good. Yeah, the models that they actually encourage kit bashing an awful lot, but the models they have put out have been very good. I mean, yeah, they would work for infected colonies. Once I get these models done, I have to work on a board for them because I swear, Turnip 28 is a whole mood. Let's do that. That's something else I think I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate my Trench Crusade models into this as well. Because while they're not as goofy, they fit the aesthetic. Especially my I forgot what they're called, the Cult of Disease army that I made for them because I got the zombies and I got the mushroom giants and stuff in there. It could work. Yeah, mushrooms from hell drop popping randomly. The turnip cult shows up. So what are you guys working on out there? And more people here, I'll ask again, which army do you guys want to see me cover first with the September updates? Oh, ARC stuff. Okay. See, I've never played any Dark Souls stuff. I did when I was at Adepticon. I saw the Dark Souls miniatures, and some of those are pretty cool. I will want to involve them in something. Cool. Scarecrow. Well, it is almost October. I think this year, once again, I will have the Orktober tournament. Now that I have more orcs to throw into the grinder. This man has nails in his turnip. Uh-oh. Yes, my tournament went off. It went off last weekend, and I have a video coming out. Well, it was supposed to be out on Saturday, but it got moved. So I have a video coming out on Wednesday to go over how it went. Yes. Yes, every Friday night fight in October will be only orcs. And I also have cool. And I also get out my whole orc collection and I break them down into clans, and I run a tournament on the channel to see which orc tribe will reign supreme for the next year. We'll see if the Junka Boys can be dethroned. Especially because this year they're not going to have goblins to help them out. I might have a whole goblin force in there. All right, Sam. We'll catch you later. Oh, I forgot his boots. All right, it'll be a different color. I forgot a lot of boots. Wait. Yes, the Turnip 28 lore is incredibly fun and weird. And yes, these are 3D printed. They're 3D printed in ABS resin so I could do stuff like this. Because otherwise, if I was doing standard resin, these rifles would never live. Just flat, never do it. Yeah, see, the only time these parts break is because the glue gives out. Oh no! Where are you? Oh, and then also, people have asked me before when I use the glue stuff together. This stuff here, you get a 2-pack of it. You get the thick and the thin on Amazon for $10. I love it because I go through so many models. I need lots of glue, and it seems to grab resin as long as you don't like fiddle with it. It'll put it where you want it on the first shot and stick there. almost through this. Then all we got to do after this, there's like 2 or 3 more colors, and I'm going to start doing rust. My favorite part. Okay, we'll leave him in the thing. Now we get to do some stuff in like pretty much broad strokes here. Where is my fur color? It is, I don't think I took it out. I want this for the backpacks. There it is, there's fur. Okay, for fur, ready for drop of the good stuff. There we go. I've had people ask what the good stuff is that I drip in there. It's a flow aid, just so the paint doesn't dry out on the palette or the brush while I'm running through all these models. Another thing I like too about doing units and models like this that are supposed to be a little beat up is that the color doesn't have to go exactly where it's supposed to go, just as long as it's around the area, because when we do washes and stuff later, it's all going to kind of blend together anyways. Got some dirty socks on there. Can't see any of that fur. All right. At least I think it's fur. I can't even really tell. All right. It's done. peach fuzz. Yep. Now, last bit of stuff on the backpack. We got Satchel Brown for all the, well, almost the bedroll is going to be ochre clay. This is going to be anything I didn't do, like the canteens. Any random boots I missed are going to be this color. Almost in the home stretch. Oh, I gotta do the hands and stuff too. Oh wait, I missed that guy's boots. Get back here, you. This guy's got on knee highs. Yeah, whatever. It's that'll be the same color. Sure, it's probably supposed to be a different color, but you. Yeah, these guys are supposed to be a little sloppy because they are just the fodder. Okay, got that color done. And we go on to the ochre clay for the backpacks, just to make it fit in with, or not for the bed rolls, to make it fit with the rest of everything. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to send pictures in of these centipedes once you're done with them. I wanted to see. Anything on the Beastmen army? I mean, news-wise, I don't know. I had an army planned out for my themed armies this year. That was until Tano was like, yeah, in September everyone's getting redone. But I had an army planned out that was all chariots. And just... Alright, sorry, the hall. You have a good rest of the night. But I just never got around to them. Oh, this guy has no bedroll. He's sleeping in the dirt. I don't even remember what Tano said the updated rule for them is going to be. All right. Now, very few of these guys have like sickly plant leaves and stuff on them. So for those, we are going to do Let's make a weird mix. Let's do some burnt moss. Then we're going to do some shamrock green. Should give us a little bit of a sickly green color. Yeah. Did this guy have any? No. He's ready for rust. This guy, he's got some, we're going to say these are leaves. Even though they look like really weird feathers. And on the top of his turnip, there. This guy. A little bit of roughage on there. This guy, no. This guy. No leaves. This guy, nope. Got some poking right at the top here. His turnip. Got the hand. Nope. 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 Hand. Oh, there's some leaves. Some more there. Nope. His turnip doesn't have any. His turnip's got boils and stuff on it. Same thing with this one. All right. So now the hands. We're going to go with malignant green on those. Where are my hands, guys? There we go. Okay, it's just those two. Now it's time for rust. My favorite part. We're going to start off with dark rust. We're going to get a crap brush. Yeah, this one's pretty crap. Yeah, crap brush. I'm going to water this a little bit. that time of night where I just kind of stop talking and just let the paint do its thing. Thank you. Okay. Time for the light rust. Again, the light rust. And this, using the same crap brush. There we go. It looks good and rusty. No special mix for the rust. I mean, it comes out pretty good. It's one of those, why reinvent the wheel? This guy? belt. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, now wash time. For this, we use our wonderful marine juice concoction. My wash, my big old wash brush. There it is. All right. Woo. Oh, there we go. 17 more fodder to add into my T28 army. I'm almost halfway there. Well, I think I'm over halfway there to making the army. Those coupled with these guys in the bin. Ta-da. A whole garden of turnips, yes. And then the bikers, almost done with these two, the ones I was working on last week. Just putting the bases on them now. And I got, well, here, let me zoom out and show you how many bikers I ended up doing for the army. This many. Ta-da! You guys saw me paint like what? 12? But I got a lot. So those will be getting shipped off once they're completed to Boz down in Australia for him to play some games down there. So guys, that is going to do it tonight. Do it for me tonight. Ooh, I'm wiped out. But the wife made me go to bed at 9 o'clock last night, so I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But work comes early in the morning, and I'll probably have more crazy stories to tell you guys from work tomorrow. So that'll do it for me. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are, and make sure to keep your paint brushes wet. Keep on painting, keep on playing, keep on having fun, keep the best hobby in the world alive. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.